Darius Slayton has been really a subject of trade talks for quite a while now because he's on an expiring deal. He's a good talent. He's still young. And we have receivers, let's be honest. So there are trade suitors definitely for Darius Slayton. And he gave a good quote and basically said as much. So he said, people wanted to trade for me. People don't trade for bad players, or people don't trade for players who haven't played good ball in this league. So it's not like I couldn't have been elsewhere. I just chose to be here. At the end of the day, that means something. I know who I am. I know what I've done. I know the caliber of player that I am. And hopefully I get a chance to show that this year. I'm 6 years in, and I've only been here for 6 years. So there's a wealth of game and practice data analytics on me as a Giant versus Malik's been here all of a couple months. Jalen's been here one season. Wan'Dale's been here really technically one season because he got hurt. Now, he had me until the end.
Yeah.
And listen, guys, I think people forget sometimes that, like, you say stupid things sometimes when you shouldn't. And I think that's what falls into that category of, like, you know, saying stupid things. But he's not wrong in everything he said leading up to that. Put it that way. He's a good player. He's a high caliber player. He's a guy who is respected in this league because he played decent here for 6 years with a cruddy team that's had cruddy QB play for most of it. Let's be honest. So,
yeah,
if not all of it, calling it like it is. So there's respect for that. And I don't think he meant the insult that it may come off of for that last part. I really don't think he meant it as an insult. I think he just meant like, hey, I've been here for a while. They know what they are. They have some newer guys here, obviously, but they don't necessarily know what they are yet, whereas they know what I am. I think that's what he meant it more as. Because, like, people are talking as if Malik Neighbors is like the second coming of OBJ. He hasn't even caught an NFL pass yet. Jalin Hyatt didn't do much last year. Wan'Dale Robinson hasn't shown he can be fully healthy a full season and be the productive player I think he can be. There's a lot of question marks on what is definitely a much more improved wide receiver group. But there's still a lot of question marks, guys. So he's not wrong. I like the fact that he wants to be here. I got to be honest. If I'm him, I don't want to be here. Because we talked about it before the show. If you're the New York Giants, who do you want to succeed as your deep threat wide receiver? Darius Slayton or Jalin Hyatt?
Hyatt. He's cheaper and he's the guy you drafted.
Exactly. So, I give him credit for wanting to stay here because, listen, he could have left a couple times. He could have left in free agency a couple years ago. He could have demanded a trade when Brian Dable first got here and refused to play in the first couple of games. Like, there's a lot of times Slayton could have been the malcontent of the locker room, so to speak. And he's never done that. He's been nothing but a true professional. He has been the biggest backer of Daniel Jones. Anytime someone publicly knocks him and goes after him, I got a lot of respect for Slayton and what he's done. Because people forget sometimes what he does. 700 yards a season is nothing to sniff at. And that's what he does consistently with a horrible offense. That deserves respect. That does deserve respect. So,
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please